really wild. It truly is the craziest shit that I've ever seen, and I have seen some crazy shit, right? This is the craziest shit I've ever seen.
You keep writing the same shit over and over and over.
That's exactly how people feel about you. It's the same shit over and over and over. It's never enough, right? Granted, this last week has been a little extreme. I will say that. However, that's exactly how people feel about you. And I'm just being honest. I wouldn't even give DoorDash at this point, right? Because you know she's going to lie about it and block you for it. So what are you helping her for?
If you do send anything, please, please, please let me know so I can thank you. Please, please. Wow, 3.4, and I bet I get nothing to eat.
Just goes to show that you equate numbers to more money, right? And that's not the case anymore, right? 3.4, and then, finishing strong with the emotional manipulation at the end, right? It's over, Lisa. Too many people know. People are not going to let you continue and just continue to enable your addiction. They're not going to do it.
I don't know what's going to happen, but it doesn't matter what's going to happen really towards the end of the month. Just keep making fun of me. Like I said, someday you could be in my shoes, and I just hope that nobody treats you guys as bad as you guys have treated me. That's all.
What's crazy is I look at that chat and I see so many people would support you if you were just honest and got yourself some help. Took some real accountability. You'd be amazed how much that changes the tone, right? It's not going to get any better, Lisa. It is only going to consistently get worse.
Don't say you'd never be in my shoes. You could definitely be in my shoes.
I would never be in your shoes. Never. Even in active addiction, I would never flaunt it, put it on the internet for everybody to see. Forget about the begging part, right? Never, ever, ever in a million years, right? And you know what's amazing? People like you, have probably been offered more resources than most addicts. That's a fact. I could probably guarantee that you've been offered help at every single turn. You choose this life at this point, Lisa. It's a choice that you're making, right? You don't have to worry about being dope sick because you got the clinic. It's a choice. Every day you wake up and you make a choice to use.
What is considered dinner? Food? I don't understand.
That's a valid question for somebody like you, right? Because you claim to be starving, but you only accept cash. And there were people that went out of their way and did send you food orders, grocery orders, right? And you just deny getting them, right? Throw on the top of that, right? We all saw the videos of the food all over your apartment, okay? Are you not grasping that? Nobody had to lift a finger. You caused all the destruction on your own because you were too fucking high and out of your minds to know that you were damaging your own scam. My mother used to tell me, beggars can't be choosers. Did your parents ever tell you that? Because I don't think you've ever heard it in your life. Because you really do expect for people to just throw shit at you. Craziest shit I've ever seen.
It's just been a shitty day, guys. A really, really shitty day.
It's been a shitty few days for you, right? But you've been too fucking out of it to notice what's actually been going on, right? You've been too high to realize how bad things have gotten for you since the weekend.
Every time I don't block, they gotta be nasty. Just don't feel like blocking right now. I just want to get something to eat. It's fucking 5:13. I just don't want to block hundreds of people. For what reason? It has nothing to do with me. Jeez.
What blows my mind? You obviously don't give a fuck about what you look like, right? You don't really give a shit. You are filthy. You're high out of your mind, right? But the people that are saying things in the chat, they're only being honest. Go back and watch those comments. They weren't mean. They weren't hateful. They were honest. And that's what people need to be doing with you at this point, right? Because the people that get into your chat and say, oh, you look beautiful today. No, the fuck you don't. And y'all doing that shit, you're causing her harm, right? Because as long as she thinks that the gig ain't up, she will continue. Everybody should be being honest with her at this point. The people that are her friends, y'all are pieces of shit, right? Because if you were really her friends, you would be explaining to her what she's doing. If you're not doing that, you are supporting her addiction, not her.
I don't know where they're at. I don't know where they're at. We're gonna do a Q&A later as soon as dinner is taken care of and I know that my daughter's gonna eat, then we're gonna do the Q&A. I don't mind doing the Q&A. It was my idea to do it. I want to do it. I want to do it so you guys can get to know me better, you know?
Everybody knows that Abby left. Everybody knows that Abby left. What are you doing? Do you forget? Well, maybe you did forget, right? Because Klonopin has like an amnesia, you know? So maybe you did forget. But everybody knows, and you keep saying it, making yourself look worse because everybody knows you're lying. What the fuck is a Q&A? You are incapable of telling the truth at this point in time. You have proved that over and over this last week. So what the fuck is the Q&A gonna do? Honestly.
How did I get back from town? I walked. Is it a little bit better? Okay. I walked. About 40 minutes from the time I started to the time I walked in the door.
Lisa, your sister made a video and told everybody that your dad did drive you to the clinic today and you were not downtown. Do you see how easy it is for you to just lie? Clearly not knowing that the truth is already out there. That's what makes you not credible. That is what makes everybody look at you and say everything out of your mouth is a motherfucking lie.
I don't have nobody to pin it. Or I can pin it, but I don't have nobody to write it.
Why isn't Abby in the chat? She's there, right? Why isn't she in the chat? Lisa, you really don't realize that you are embarrassing yourself and getting absolutely nothing out of it. Nothing.
I'm safe always and forever. I'm just hungry. That's all.
Go into Abby's room, get a package of ramen, and fucking cook it, for Christ's sake. Who do you think you are? Who do you really think you are? You really think that you are some internet sensation. You're not. I said it before and I'll say it again. There's a very big difference between being internet famous and infamous. Okay? You are infamous. People watch you for this shit show. And if I thought that there was a way that we could be successful, I would be planning a blackout on you. But people like to watch train wrecks.
It's a long story about that girl earlier.
What's the long story about that girl earlier? You last week accused her of stealing money from you, right? You did that. And then she came back and modded for you again, putting her legal fucking name on her payment apps while collecting money for you, right? Kim, that was fucking stupid. And then she gets on Lisa, your platform, right? And acts like an entitled little bitch, right? With her entire legal name out there. Probably wasn't the smartest move. Connecticut's not that big a state, baby.
You can eat dinner. Don't write me a message. I didn't say call. You have to call my phone or anything like that. I didn't say that. It's not what I said.
No, that is what you said earlier. You said if somebody sends money, send them a DM and give them my phone number. Anybody that gives you their phone number is just asking to be harassed. I've heard of 2 different people that had to change their phone numbers because you would incessantly badger them for money.
I'm okay. I just had a shitty day. Just a shitty day, guys.
When the pain becomes great enough, right? Can't be that great if you're still doing what you're doing, right? When the pain becomes great enough is when we change, Lisa. You are absolutely comfortable in the position that you're in.
And like I said, no friend. That's what I think happened because all my people are gone. All of them. Everybody who always helps me eat and whatever, they're gone. Like, I haven't seen them in weeks. Weeks. Man to bear weeks. My friends. My friends. So I haven't seen him in weeks, and I went and unblocked so many people, and all I unblocked was trolls. I didn't get any of my good people out. So thank you, Manda Bear. Somebody blocked them, and it wasn't me because they were always here being kind, and they would at least send, $2, $3, and especially the situation I was in last night, the situation I was in earlier, and the situation I'm in now where I want to get food, they would have sent $5, you know what I mean? And they're not even here, none of them. Like, it's crazy.
Talk too much. You talk too much because you know what I just heard you say? I heard you say that you expect the same people to fund your drug habit every day, that you put on all kinds of manipulation tactics that failed, right? Because those people probably heard the recordings. They probably saw your lives with the food in your apartment and distanced themselves. If you can't find them on the block list, it's because they blocked you, baby.
No, I didn't get to go out and dose yet. Well, tomorrow I'll go. Tomorrow I will go. My dad is probably already back, 5 o'clock, yeah.
And I will reiterate, your father drove you to the clinic this morning. So there's that, right? So you did dose. Just so we're 1000% clear, that is just another lie.
I don't take pills.
Let me tell you something. There is nothing that you could tell me that would get me to believe that you were not eating Klonopin like they were Tic Tacs over the last week, right? Because that's what I believe. Knowing that you're prescribed them and then hearing the recording with you and Abby arguing over pills, you look like you were feeling the combination of the methadone and the Klonopin, right? So I'm going to call bullshit. Maybe you don't eat them, but you definitely take them in some way, shape, or form.